Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. We are doing a sit down Q&A, get ready with me, updated makeup routine. I did ask you guys on Instagram to go ahead and ask me some questions that you guys had, and that I would sit down and do my makeup with you guys and we could just answer some questions. Thank you to all of you who did participate in asking some questions on Instagram. If you do not follow me, this is my Instagram handle. Please go ahead and follow me. And don't forget to follow Kira Sky Lashes as well. I am their lash artist as well as their master lash educator. Please go ahead and follow both of our journeys. If you guys want to see how I ate this makeup, then just keep on watching.
Said the harvest is plenty, the laborers a few. Jesus, Jesus, we're gonna need you to get through. After so much, the bigger picture belongs to you.
Alrighty, let's get into it. I love this. It's giving doing my makeup in 2016. If you guys do see me looking this way, I am looking at my phone. I'm using it as a viewfinder so I can make sure that I'm in focus, but let's just hop right into it. I'm so excited. I haven't done like a sit down, get ready with me, and I don't know how long. So I'm gonna be taking this Glow recipe. This is the toner. This is the Watermelon Glow PHA and BHA Pore Tightening Toner. And I just like to take that on my hands and then I rub it in and then I just like pat it on my skin. I do have some mascara on because I am not a lash extension baddie right now. And I'm not gonna be out here looking bald. Y'all get lash extensions and I don't. It's not fair. So I do have some mascara on. So it looks like I have something. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fan it dry with my Kira Sky lash fan. Gotta have at least a little bit of Kira Sky products in our video, making sure that's completely dry. It probably already did because I had to go grab it. And then I'm gonna do the Glow recipe Watermelon Niacinamide Dewdrops. This is amazing. So I do have dry to combination skin. I get oily in my T-zone and then I get dry like around the perimeters of my face and like right by my nose. So I like to focus product right there. If you guys see me looking down, it's because I have a mirror in front of me so to actually see what I'm doing. And again, I'm gonna fan that dry. I don't know if it's a placebo effect, but my skin, I feel like it does something. It really does do something instead of sitting there and waiting for a long time, because you want your skincare to sit for a while so that it really soaks into your skin. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take the LANEIGE Water Bank Cream. This stuff is amazing. It has blue hyaluronic acid in it. I don't know, I just love the way my makeup sits with it. And to note another thing, all my products are all water-based products. Again, since I am combination dry, mainly dry and a little bit of oily, you always want to make sure that if you're using a water-based foundation, that you are using water-based products on your skin. If you are oily, you're using silicone-based products. They do not mix together and it's gonna make your makeup separate and it's just gonna look really ugly, and it's only gonna last you like not even an hour. So don't do that, don't do that. Right. And then while that's kind of setting before I dry, I'm gonna take the e.l.f. Halo Hydration Eye Cream. Again, making sure that we are prepping the heck out of our skin, especially because we're at our late 20s, girl. We wanna make sure that we take care of ourselves. Everything that I'm using, everything that I use on my face, I will link it down below just in case anyone is interested. Okay, so I clearly can't have a viewfinder. It's fine. It is what it is. If I don't like this video, too damn bad. I am also gonna go ahead and use the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I'm just gonna go ahead and rub this in the areas that I need to. I love this primer. I know a lot of people like to use the e.l.f. dupe. I'm sorry, I'm just not a fan of it. Making sure that it's nice and tacky. All right, so while that is sitting, I'm just gonna go ahead and fan it dry again, just because I wanna make sure that it has enough time to dry, that it gets locked in place. I just feel like I have to do this when I do my makeup. I feel like it really does help, and you're supposed to let this sit for like 5 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes before you actually apply makeup on top of the Milk Hydro Grip. So I just go in and just make sure that everything is just the way it needs to be. So first question is, how did you finally get the courage to start your YouTube channel? All right, so sorry guys, I was having technical difficulties, so sorry that my camera cut off and now we're here, but I am just carving my brows out with the NARS Soft Matte Concealer in the shade Creme Brulee. This is my absolute favorite concealer to use as a eyeshadow base as well as carve out my brows. As we were saying about YouTube, I started my YouTube channel, I want to say about like 9 or 10 years ago. I was in high school and I started off my channel doing nail videos because I was really into doing acrylic nails. I really thought that that was going to be like my lifelong dream. I was going to do acrylic nails and be the baddest nail artist that I can be. Clearly that didn't happen. Yeah, so I really fell in love with YouTube. I fell in love with, like, I guess content creation, and this was before like I even knew about how much money that someone could make on YouTube. This was before anything was like really popping on YouTube. So honestly, I didn't care. And my face wasn't in it. It was just my hands and somebody else's hands. Like, to me, that was no big deal. And that's where it kind of like started. I did kind of go into making, I'm using the Morphe Micro Brow Pencil to fill in my brows a little bit. This is in the shade Java, and I did go in with this Great Lash mascara as like a brow gel in a way. Yeah, I just did it. And when I started lashing back in 2019, I noticed that there was really nobody doing any like lash videos. There wasn't a lot of lash content. I mean, the only lash content that was out there was Jessica's, like, you know, cute little helpful videos and stuff. And I just thought, well, she's the only one on here, why can't I? So I just thought, what the heck, why not? Why not? Because there's gonna be a person for everybody. Not everybody likes my content and not everybody likes the other person's content. So the way I see it is just start filming and start making a coin, because YouTube is a very huge platform. It's helped me grow on Instagram. It's helped me just grow in general, understanding, learning. So I just feel like nowadays, nobody really, like, it's really not that deep, you guys. Like, honestly, nobody really cares. And that's something that you just kind of have to like learn to like instill in your mind, is that nobody really genuinely cares what you're doing. There's times where I feel like I post and I'm not gonna lie, I'm like, man, somebody's gonna find that like very cringy, or I look heavy, or like insecurities is never gonna go away, especially when you're in front of a camera. You see your face, you hear your voice constantly, especially when you're editing and you're clipping videos together. It gets hard, you know, but just do it. Just do it, sis. Just do it. Like, what are you waiting for? Like, imagine if you start now and in 2 months you're building and you're building and building, and eventually you're gonna make money off of YouTube, you know? And I don't wanna say it as in like, just go into YouTube just to make the money, but the publicity that you can get, the brands that will notice you. Like, Kira Sky noticed me because of my YouTube channel. I feel like if it wasn't for that platform, I wouldn't have gotten recognition the way that I did. So to be honest, just start filming yourself. What is the worst that can happen? You just take it down. You don't like it, delete it. But why not? Why not just do it? How did I get the courage? I honestly just don't care. I really don't. And then I'm gonna go ahead and set it with some of this Fenty loose powder. I lost my viewfinder. Oh well. Some of this Fenty loose powder on a powder puff. And I'm just gonna go ahead and set the concealer. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this NYX. This is a highlighter and contour palette. I had this thing for years. Clearly I'm missing one. Clearly I've hit pan on majority of them, but I love this. It has a lot of contour shades, and I also use these for eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take this cool tone brown and mix it with this warm tone brown as like a crease shade. I'm doing a very neutral makeup look because I'm not going anywhere. Maybe I will. Maybe we'll go grab some sushi later on our vlog, but for now, this is just for that. So, ooh, that was, what did I do? I messed up. I dipped it in the wrong color. Gosh dang it, I hate when I do that. Pay attention, Julia Elizabeth. Okay, I'm getting hot. This is why I hate filming, because it gets extremely hot. So moving on, goals for the next couple of years, having kids soon, traveling to teach lash classes. So really good question. So to be honest guys, I don't really have like, I don't I wouldn't say that I have like any like big major goals, because I feel like God has blessed me so much that like I'm not even thinking of the future right now. I'm just living in the moment because I'm so tired, and I'm just so tired of worrying about the future. Like I'm so over it. Like I'm just trying to live in the moment, have my good life balance, and just live life. And as far as kids go, a man needs to put a ring on this finger before we even talk about babies, okay? I love children, I love babies, don't get me wrong, but I'm also, one, waiting for marriage, and two, I'm extremely selfish with myself. I love my time. I love being able to go to bed whenever I want. I love waking up whenever I want. I love spending money however I want. Like, finding a babysitter for my dog alone is stressful. I'm just riding this wave. I'm enjoying my youth. I'm enjoying every minute, every moment that God is blessing me with. And I don't know, you guys, I'm just really living in the moment right now. Like I'm really happy. I'm really blessed. God is so good. God is so good. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and take the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. This is in the shade Fiji. You guys, if you haven't tried this foundation and you are normal to dry to combination skin, you need to get this foundation right now. It is absolutely beautiful. It sits so nicely. The coverage is like medium to full coverage. It's just 10 out of 10, chef's kiss. So I do like to shake this up really, really well. The directions say to shake it too. And I'm gonna go ahead and just apply this in sections, and then I rub it in. So I'm just gonna take a pump here. Again, we're gonna go ahead and work in sections, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and work this where I need it. I love that it covers up my redness, but my skin can still peep through, because I don't like too heavy of a foundation, but I like some coverage, if that makes sense. So, and then to go ahead and blend that all in, I'm just gonna use this e.l.f. It's a liquid brush blush, and I just kind of take the excess off of my fingers. But I don't know, I really like this for like blending in my foundation. But since we already warmed it up on the skin with our fingers, it is just gonna blend into the skin so smoothly and so even. And I do use like pressing motions. I just noticed that that just allows the foundation to really sit really well. And then I'm just gonna drag it down, because I know you guys can see that it is a little warm. It's looking a little bit more warmer right now because of the lighting, but trust me, once it's all blended, it's my shade. And I do like to look slightly darker, so yeah, I really hope that answers your question. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for this man to propose. So all right, so the next part of her question was traveling to teach lash classes, and absolutely, I would love to. Message Kira Sky, tell them to get on it, because I would love to start teaching classes. I feel like I'm getting so many DMs on when am I gonna do lash courses? Am I gonna do a lash course? Is Kira Sky gonna do a lash course? You know, etc., etc. And believe me, you guys, I want to do lash classes just as much as you guys want them, but there's not a lot that I can do. It's mainly gonna be on to Kira Sky on when they're gonna go ahead and do that. So if you guys really, really, really want me to, please DM Kira Sky so that we can get the ball rolling. You guys, I just love this foundation so much. It's so pretty. There's literally no other foundation like NARS foundation. It just sits so nice. It has like a skin-like finish. It's not too heavy, but it's not too light. I just obsessed, obsessed. So moving on to the next question. When is the right time to get your license for esthetician? I'm 6 months in of lashing. I'm gonna be honest with you, baby. Why don't you have your license already? So I don't know where you live, but for where I live in California, and legally you're not supposed to lash unless you're licensed. So I would definitely be careful, because especially nowadays, I've heard, so my friend is a cop here in my town, well, friend slash client, and she's told me so many times that people are calling state board on lash artists for not having their license. So be very careful. But to answer your question, you should have gotten your license like yesterday. So I would definitely start already. I know a lot of people kind of want to go into this mindset of I'm gonna try it first to see, and that's completely fine if that's what you're doing. But I would say, since you're already been doing it for 6 months, you might as well just go right now, sign up and go get your license, because just imagine how far along you're gonna be in another 6 months, and how much more money you could be making, how much you could be pricing yourself, how if you can go ahead and get yourself a like lash studio, you just have more options to grow, make money, and do so much more when you're licensed. And not only that, clients and others around you will respect you more for having that professionalism behind your belt. Go to your nearest beauty school and sign up for the Cosmo or the esthetician program and get your license so that you could legally be doing lashes. I don't know if it's for all states. Again, I don't know where you're located at, but I would say go now. Like, what are you waiting for? I'm sorry, what are you waiting for? Go get your license right now, sis, right now. Moving on to the next question. She asked, update on the case. So I was a full-on contracted brand ambassador. I don't know, it just came to a point where I felt like the brand got its publicity, the brand started making the money, and things just kind of shifted and changed, not for the better. And I started to notice a lot of cons with their products and how things were like poorly made, and just a lot of things that I just didn't really agree with anymore. So I was really excited when my contract ended, because I was definitely looking forward to looking for a new brand to work with. I honestly was thinking about reaching out to Lashbox LA before Kira Sky even was going to. I'm gonna use a beauty blender real quick just to kind of like build coverage. Again, this is why I love this foundation, because I'm just building coverage wherever I need it. I always go in with less and then build more. I feel like that's how I've been able to get like a super flawless base. So anyways, to like answer that question, basically they didn't want to pay your girl. So I will take action if I do not hear by you by this day. Where's my money? Basically everything that I, written out, they are paying your girl on a timely manner, and they are excessively communicating a lot better. So everything's fine. That's the update on that. Again, I can't really disclose anything. I did blur out the name. So yeah, we're good. Your girl's getting paid. I handled it. Everything's taken care of. We're fine. We're fine. So now moving on, our base is nice and complete. She's extremely flawless. She looks good. She's sitting really nicely. I have coverage where I feel like I need it. We're gonna move on to some cream blush and to some cream contour. So to cream contour, I'm gonna use the Milk Makeup contour stick, and this is in the shade Baked, and this is what it looks like. This is my favorite cream bronzer. And then I'm gonna go in with the Rare Beauty Happy Liquid Blush, and this is the glowy one. Do not get the matte one. I absolutely hated that one. I thought it just blends terribly. So I'm just gonna take a Morphe M449, and I just like to work the product into my brush, and then I go ahead and stipple it on my face. I just absolutely love this cream bronzer. It just melts right into the skin, right into any foundation that you use, and it just blends so seamlessly. I love the way it just sits on top of my makeup as well, because it doesn't get like muddy. If you worked with other like cream bronzers, like I've used the Patrick Ta, I've used Morphe sticks, I use the Anastasia cream sticks. I just always seem to come back to this Milk Hydro Grip one, because she just blends so beautifully. I don't feel like it creases throughout the day, and it sits really well with powders on top. That's a big thing for me when I'm using cream bronzers. If they don't sit really well, or if they don't mix really well with powder, I just don't see the point in putting it on, because it's just gonna come right off, and then your bronzer is just gonna look muddy and weird and gross. So yeah. Then I'm gonna go ahead with the liquid blush, and I do like to apply this on the back of my hand. Again, these are just little steps that I do that I feel like help like warm up the product and make it blend better. And then I'm taking this Real Techniques Expert face brush, and I'm just gonna use this to apply my blush. I cannot live without this brush for cream bronzer, and I love when they're like dirty. Okay, don't judge me, we all have dirty brushes, and I don't know, for me personally, when they're like a little dirty, they blend a lot better. So yeah, I'm just taking that a little bit above the bronzer and just placing that right at the cheekbone. I do like to place this before I do concealer. I just feel like it's easier to blend everything together, and I can kind of see where everything is sitting. And then it also allows me to not put so much concealer, because if you know, you know, you can definitely get extremely heavy-handed with concealer, and I freaking hate when that happens. And then also you'll see it just helps it blend a lot better. Moving on to the next question. How much should a beginner charge? I hate when people ask me this question. I feel like I don't, because it's so when I started doing lashes, it was like 5 years ago, right? Things were different, times were different, this economy was extremely different, and I was charging, let's see, when I was in beauty school and I had just started lashing, I was just charging like girls like 30 bucks, 20 to 35 bucks for just basically for product. Oh, by the way, I'm using this Too Faced Born This Way concealer. Love this stuff. This stuff is amazing. It just blends so nicely. It's got beautiful coverage, but it just doesn't look like makeup. You know what I mean? Anyway, I was just charging for product. And you know, you have to think, we weren't doing volume or hybrids or wet sets right away. Like the only thing I was doing for like the first like 3 months in my lash career was just classic lashes. That's it, like just classics alone. This was also a time where lashing wasn't popular yet. There wasn't a lot of styles. So people didn't really care. They just wanted lash extensions. And it was also a very new thing. So again, that's how I was only charging girls in school like $25 to $30. And then once I got out of school and I started lashing at home, I was charging people like 50 bucks just to cover product basically. And that worked for me for a while. You know, I was lashing on my bed with a paint bucket, and then I moved on to lashing on a lash bed, but I was still in a really, really tiny room. I was licensed, but I did not have like a steady clientele. I was not good. My retention was not good. It was just, you already know, it was really bad. So yeah, I was charging $50. So I would say, to answer that question, the way the economy is now, I would be charging like 80 bucks for a full set and like $65 for a fill. $50 for a fill. That's just me personally. I feel like you need to build clientele, and especially when you're first starting, you have to think, I have been lashing for 5 years. I have a steady clientele. My clients refer me to other people. So they're gonna go to the people who've been in this industry for a long time. So I would say, if I'm getting into the industry now as a newbie, not knowing what the hell is going on, frustrated, retention is poor, my timing is terrible, because that's just what it is, I would probably be charging, like I said, $80 and $45 to $50 for a fill. And then just building and taking in model clients and just building and building and building. And then every 6 months, I gave myself a $5 raise. Hope that was good. I hope that helps. And yeah, that's how I would be charging if I had to go ahead and start all over again. Then I'm gonna go in and take that Fenty Beauty pressed powder. I love this setting powder. This is my favorite. I've tried Laura Mercier, I've tried the Huda Beauty, and I've also tried the One Size, and I've tried the Fit Me, and I have tried, what other the Morphe one. I always run back to this one, and this is the shade Butter. So I'm gonna take that on a back of my powder puff, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press the product just a little bit from the powder puff onto my hand, because I don't really bake. I just press this product into my skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and one more time just make sure that my concealer is completely blended, and I'm gonna look down when I do this. Actually, no, I'm gonna look up like this. I'm gonna make sure I'm blended, gotta work super fast, and then go in and press that product where you want it. And then you can always go back in and grab some more and press more. I'm gonna grab just a tiny bit more for the other side. Moving on to the last and final question. Love your vlogs. Would you ever want to open up your own lash business with employees? Ooh, that's a really good question. I get this question asked so much in like different variations of it. Like, when are you gonna start your own lash brand? Da 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 da. Are you gonna like move into a space? And to answer your question, maybe in the future when I'm kind of ready to like fully retire from lashing, because I don't see myself doing this for like another 10 years, to be completely honest with you. Like, I'm gonna be 30. I know a woman is not supposed to reveal her age, but to answer your question, no. No, I do not see that at all in my future. I just think that that's just too much responsibility to be like put on my plate. No. Anyways, moving on. So this is the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder. If you want a bomb setting powder that is gonna sit really, really nicely, but it's not gonna make you look like a dry Sahara desert or like a dry, crusty, scaly person, this is the powder for you. So I'm using the shade 25 Beige Light Yellow, and this is what it looks like. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but it does have like a slight, I don't want to say sheen, but it's like, so I'm just gonna take this on a super old Sephora brush, like super old, like this is probably from when I used to work there, and I'm just gonna work that product into the powder and then kind of dab off a little bit, and I'm just gonna press this into my skin, again, wherever I do not want shine. So definitely right here, and again, we're just patting again on the nose. Take a little bit more of that powder. Press, press, press. This NYX brow lip liner, but I'm gonna mix it with this Morphe Sweet Tea, and then this is the NYX lip liner in Nude Beige. So I'm gonna mix these two, but I'm gonna use the Nude Beige first. And I kind of like to go in and take off my, like the foundation that's on my lips, because I hate this feeling. I hate it so much. I don't know. So just like that. And then I'm just going to line my lips. And I feel like this NYX color is like the exact same shade as my lip color. So yeah. I'm gonna take the same foundation brush, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and just lightly pat on top so it kind of mutes out the lips. And then I'm gonna use my Holy Grail lip gloss, which is the Lifter Gloss from Maybelline. Hyaluronic acid lip gloss in the shade Ice. This lip gloss and me go hand in hand. This is probably like my 6th tube of this lip gloss. I just love her so much, and I'm just gonna put that on top. So then I'm gonna go ahead and take the same eyeshadow brush that we used earlier, and now I'm just gonna go ahead and I like to drag the eyeshadow right here where this bone meets, and I like to emphasize this like shadow. I just love the way it makes my face look. And then again, just making sure everything's nice and blended. Not really sure if it's like picking up on camera how pretty this just looks. I hope it doesn't look really harsh on camera. Oh well. I'm uploading this video. I do not care. It's gonna happen. I told myself I'm not gonna be picky about it. It is what it is. I'm going to set my whole face with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I love this setting spray so much. I feel like it doesn't make my makeup move. It's not too matte, but it's not too dewy. It's like a beautiful satin finish. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure that I shake this up really, really, really well. Get it all nice and foamy, and then I'm just gonna take the Beauty Blender before it dries, and I'm just going to very, very, very gently pat. Extremely gently. And I'm not gonna go over the blush. Kind of, not really. Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and set that down again with the Kira Sky Lash Fan, of course. And then just dry down the setting spray. This is just gonna melt everything together, all that powder, even though it really wasn't a lot, but still. And then I just press the lashes together like this, and it makes the skin go on top, so it just blends right in. Pretty much it as far as the beat goes. So we can go ahead and take these out now. And then fix the hair a little bit. We're all finished. I don't believe there was any more questions besides that I thought really needed to answer. They were kind of all pretty repetitive, or I had answered them in like other previous videos. So yeah, this is what the beat looks like. I think it looks really, really nice. I love my updated foundation routine. Feel like it sits really nicely. It lasts me all day. I don't feel like it gives like that makeup look, but I still look like flawless. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and thank you again to those of you who did participate in asking questions. Leave a comment down below which one was your favorite question, and if you have any other questions for me, leave them in the comment section. If you liked this video, any tips or pointers that you can give me. Do you guys want to see more of these type of videos, more of like these sit down face-to-face videos? Please let me know in the comments down below. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe on your way out. Follow me on Instagram, follow Kira Sky Lash on Instagram as well, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.